my drama.
Never mind. You missed it. The girl next to Fresh has no idea how hard it is for men to earn money. Living life on easy mode, personified right there.
Huh?
Honestly, it's harder for girls to make money than men, like statistically. When you're trying to go into like major career field, if you're at an age where an employer thinks that you're going to have kids, they won't hire you because they don't want to give you maternity leave. There are so many different things like for women that men don't see. Men get paid higher statistically. It's harder for women to get into the boys club when it's like me being a pilot, like trying to get into the whole boys club of like majority of men are pilots or her being a lawyer. It's like a boys club.
I would argue that women get paid less because of choice, not because they're women.
I'm not necessarily saying it's because they're women, but I'm saying it's the point we've gotten to that it is.
But it's because of choice, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm saying in the same fields. I'm not saying like.
I would argue women have an advantage in those fields. For example, if a woman wants to go into STEM, shirts and stories, by the way, for example.
Here we go again.
If a woman wants to go into STEM or some type of or being a pilot or law enforcement, whatever, a job that's heavily male, they're going to get an advantage with affirmative action because they want to bring women into the workforce in those fields.
They want to bring women into the workforce in those fields, and they do try to bring women in. But after you get into the field is the problem.
What's the issue?
The problem is everyone that surrounds you. You get massively discriminated against. Like I said last time I was here, something about, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like statistically a lot of men like that are like CEOs make a lot of their business deals like playing golf and doing things outside of work, and they make their deals that way. And women aren't getting invited to golf day with the boys. Women aren't getting invited to guys' night at the game where you're talking about work while you're there and making a deal. Like, there's a lot of things that you get excluded from.
What about, I mean, women
parties?
do get invited, but they might not necessarily want to go, or women might not be interested in the same things. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's just life. Men and women are very different. A lot of women don't care about golf or going to a sports game or a sports function. They'll get invited, but sometimes they just choose not to go.
I'm saying even when you do go, a lot of the times if you get invited and you do go, it's like you, like, how do I put this? I don't want to sound stupid, but it's a way of saying, like, when a woman shows her opinion for something, like if you've ever like talked to guys that like play games, and then you say, oh, I play games. They're like, well, name every single game you play. What kind of games do you play? And they like quiz you on it. So if you go to a sports game with a lot of these men, it's like, oh yeah, I really like this team. And it's like, well, who do you even know that plays on the team? And it's like a quiz to be there. And it's like, you have to fight your way to be there. Meanwhile, other guys show up, they don't know anything about sports and they're just there to drink beer.
No, I mean, we do know about sports. That's why we quiz guys.
Well, I'm saying some of them, like some guys can go and not know anything about sports and just go there to hang out and talk business and hang out with the guys. But the girl that goes, if she doesn't know about sports, it's like she doesn't know and like she shouldn't be there because she doesn't know.
So you knowing all this info, why are you in aviation?
Because I want to.
Choice.
And like, to be honest, if you're new to a circle of friends or employees,
that's just giving each other shit.
Yeah.
The thing is this: the reason why it's a foreign concept to a lot of women is because women don't give each other shit. That's the real reason. Like, I'll give you an example. When guys hang out, we give each other shit, we horse around, whatever, we insult each other, we make jokes. Women don't do that with each other. Women don't like.
They get offended.
They get offended. Like women are very careful of how they speak around their friends. They could be like tight girlfriends, and they're still going to be, very careful and stepping on eggshells about what they say because women are extremely emotional. Like women don't critique each other. Guys do. Like I always use the example, like if I'm going to get ready for a nightclub, right? We got a group of girls getting ready and a group of guys getting ready. The group of girls, let's say a girl comes out, she's a little fat, right? Wearing a white dress looking fat, but you guys got tickets to go to Live, right? And you got a table. You're not going to tell your friend, hey, bitch, you look like shit. You need to go change or else we're not going to get in. You're going to say, hey, listen, I got a black dress that's going to make you look great and I got some heels that go with it. Try this on. And then bang, she changes. She looks better. Bam, you guys go to the club. Guys been operate like that. Fresh comes out, looks fat, whatever. Oh, bro, you look like fucking shit. We all make jokes. Maybe put it even on Instagram. This fat piece of shit. Ha, ha, ha. Make jokes. He's going to say, fuck you guys, not change. And then we go. That's the difference. Like men
would tell me I look fat.
Yeah, like I can argue women are
She's done it before.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I don't like yes friends. You got to tell
guys will joke with you and say like, you look like shit. But girls will be like, your eyes are too far apart. That eyebrow's higher than the other. And you should really
Here's the difference though. Here's the difference. You guys have to be extremely close to be able to talk shit to each other like that.
That's
Men
true.
don't.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that you're being picked on for being a girl. No, you're getting the equality that you wanted. Now you're getting treated like a guy and they're shitting on you just like a new guy that comes into the circle. The thing is this, women want equality, but they don't want to deal with the consequences that come with equality. And that means you're going to get hazed just like the guys that come into that same job field.
Well, also, guys don't like another part of women being in mass men majority job fields is women get sexually harassed in those fields. Men don't sexually harass their friends as much.
I would
as
argue
they
men sexually harass each
their
other even
women.
more. Hey, you got a small dick, or hey, you're gay, or hey, slap each other on the ass when they're working at work. Men sexually harass each other way more. It's just that when you do it with a guy, it's funny, it's horseplay, it's no big deal. He's not going to go to HR and snitch on you. However, with women, they are.
Well,
That's
it's
another reason why guys
horseplay.
are very scared to mess around with chicks that are in the workplace, because it's a walking liability.
But if that woman gives you the vibe like she's not fucking with it, then why continue with the horseplay?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. If I can't trust you and I can't joke with you, why am I going to hang around with you and invite you to certain situations?
So you're not even going to start it.
Exactly. And then women complain and get mad about that. Like, why aren't I getting the same opportunities? Why aren't I getting invited to certain situations? Well, it's because you're a liability.
Yeah, you can't be sensitive. I
You
had
can't
to
be
kick
sensitive, bro.
people out of my circle because they're being sensitive around the men that are helping me succeed in my industry. And I was like, if you're gonna be sensitive around like about this, you got to get from around me because you're not messing up my success.
Yeah. That's the reality. Like, men give each other shit, and when we bring women into the same workplace, we're going to give you guys shit too. The thing is this, women don't want to be treated like an equal a lot of the time. You guys want to be treated like an equal, but then should be treated as a lady the same way. And what I'm saying is that that's not how the way the world works. It's one of two ways. Either they trust you and they fuck with you and treat you like a guy, or they ostracize you from the group and they're only going to deal with you at work and keep it 100% professional. But you're not going to get certain accesses. So it is what it is. It's not that we treat women differently or we sexually harass them. It's that guys sexually harass each other too. Hey, you're gay. Hey, did you bang that girl? Dude, she was so ugly. All these things can be deemed as sexual harassment. It's a very vague term. So it is what it is. It's just that, you know, men and women are very different. And the thing is that women can't be honest with each other. It's only your very tight friends that you'll take criticism like that. But with men, we don't operate like that. You can have a dude that you just met 5 minutes ago, call him gay, and you guys are laughing about it. It's not a big deal. But if you just met a chick, she can't dare tell you you're ugly or your lipstick looks weird or whatever. It's going to be a serious problem because women hold grudges.
And also, Rolla mentions the apex fallacy, where you're talking about top 5% of men in business, but not like the regular norm guys at the bottom. So I get what you're saying with the golf and all that.
Yeah, you brought up a valid point about
Yeah.
that. Like, women definitely miss out opportunities, but there's a big reason why a lot of times they miss out on it.
And
They're not one of the boys.
And that's a small minority of things that they
Like,
miss
if
out
you're
on.
a chick that's like super politically correct and like sensitive, you're not going to get invited to shit.
Yeah.
You're just not.
I also think there's another like small side of it to where men and women have